Let me show you how to install and mount your Blink Doorbell 2K Plus, both the battery version and also the wired version. But first, what is the difference between the slightly more expensive battery Doorbell 2K Plus and the wired one? So really the main difference is this battery one can actually run from two power sources. Either we can actually wire the inside, or also it can run from internal batteries as well. So you see, we are getting 3 batteries over here. So if you do not want to wire it inside, you do not have to. But the wired cheaper version simply does not have batteries and has to be wired inside. Also, advantage of this one is in a power cut, basically this will still continue running, versus this one obviously won't. Also, when you install this battery version, by default it actually will use energy from the wire instead of batteries. So these batteries in that case are simply used in emergency when you lose power in the mains. Inside the box with the doorbell we are also getting couple screws, plugs, and also this guide paper. As you see, it's in the exact same size as the doorbell itself, and it simply matches these holes right here on the units that you have to actually use to screw it down to your wall. So if you simply stick this on your wall and simply drill through these holes, you can essentially create holes where to insert the plugs if needed. And before you install your new doorbell, if you have old doorbell that is wired inside, obviously you have to remove it first from your wall essentially to get access to the wires that you can actually connect to. Also, when you remove your old doorbell and install this up, make sure to obviously turn off your electricity in your home. So simply switch off your breakers so there is no electricity in the wires, so it's safe to work with. And then simply take your screwdriver. As you see, we want to simply unscrew both these screws. So what I like to do, I simply like to take out my screw over here. Then take your cable and simply make like a kind of tiny small loop out of it. Then, for example, we can take the screw here and simply wrap it kind of around the screw. So you see the cable end is kind of wrapped around the screw a bit. Or maybe if that's a bit too fiddly for you, you can simply screw out the screw only a bit. So you see, it's not all the way out. Then again, we can kind of make a tiny loop out of the cable and simply try to push it on like this as well. So probably easier to hold it, but I find it's not as tidy, I would say. So you see, if you, for example, try to screw down like this, I mean, it actually worked okay. So you see, you can also obviously do like this, but obviously make sure these wires do not touch in any way. Also, if you're wondering which cable goes to which screw, then it kind of doesn't matter, because for doorbell systems there isn't polarities that you have to pay attention to. Also, just for your information, basically the power coming from your home through these wires to your doorbell isn't 220 or 110 voltage essentially. Before it actually comes through these wires, it's transformed basically to around 12 to 20 volts essentially for extra safety. And once you have wired it up, as you see on the main unit of your doorbell, you have these two kind of metal connectors here. As you see, this screw simply goes through over here, and once you actually push it together, close it, these two will simply make contact and it will provide electricity to your doorbell. So you see, once you simply close it, again, they're now making contact with those internal pins, and your doorbell is now being powered. And then if you want to mount your doorbell, it kind of will depend on where you are mounting it. If you are mounting maybe on a wooden, basically like frame, or maybe also PVC plastic, then you can essentially take this plate here. In this case, you can simply stick it on, take a screw, drive it through here, here, and also here, and it's attached. However, if you need to attach it to, for example, to concrete wall or also brick, in that case you can simply take this paper guide here, stick it on where you want your doorbell to be, take a drill bit, simply drill a bunch of holes, so in the marketplaces, and then you can simply take these plugs and plug in the holes to attach it. In my case, however, I will simply take the plate, take a screw, and simply screw it down directly. Once again, I'm simply screwing in wood. And also I'm going to use a second screw over here. And that's about it. You can also use a third screw if you want, or with two also, it's perfectly fine. And then I can take my doorbell. As you see on the top, you kind of have a groove here in it, and also this thing on the top as well. So you simply want to place it in that groove like this and simply push it down, and you see it's installed and it's now very secure. And at any time, if you want to remove the doorbell, you can take maybe a screwdriver or just about anything like a key. And you see on the bottom you have that tiny slot, so if we simply insert something inside there, I see it kind of pops off, and then I see I can take it off. So see kind of two clips here, and to put it back on again, simply push it, and very secure. And yeah, the beauty of this particle doorbell over here is you can use it either from batteries or also wired inside. For example, in my case, I did not have old doorbell and I did not actually want to wire, basically get electricity over here. So I simply bought this battery powered one and I can install like that. Obviously, the difference is you will simply need to change batteries from time to time in this unit, but I think they can last almost like a whole year, basically on the internal batteries, before you have to replace them. So well worth it, definitely. Yeah, this tiny bit more expensive version in my opinion. Also, if you want to learn how to set up this doorbell with your smartphone and use all its features, I have another video on my channel. I'll leave a link to more extensive guide, basically that covers pretty much everything in the description. But in the short, if you basically want to link it to a smartphone, you either go to the Apple Store or Play Store, so it works both for Android and iPhones, and download this Blink Home Monitor app. And once you essentially open it up, first, if you have the battery powered version, then you also need like this sync hub essentially. So either this one, this is like cheaper one, or this like Blink Sync module 2. Advantage of this one, we can also insert flash drive here and record the footage offline, basically using this one. So yeah, for the battery one, you either need any of these. For the wired one, you kind of do not need these, or also you can have, for example, this one as well, if you also want to record the footage offline. So again, for the wired one, you kind of do not need these if you do not want to purchase them. And yeah, in this app, essentially, you go here, press plus button, and first you want to basically add the module, basically. So click over here, and as you see on the module, you have this QR code that you have to scan. Simply point your camera at it, or also over here, and it will get added to your phone app. And then again, you go back here once more, click this one, and then on the video doorbell, and next we simply scan the QR code of this unit here, and also it will get added there. And essentially, once it's done, for example, if you press the button here on your phone, you get a notification that you can open, and will kind of stream and show you whoever is essentially at your door. Also, at any time, if you also click this in the app, you can also kind of pull up the feed as well. Okay, so see what's actually happening here. If you want to access the videos recorded, you can go here in the clips, let it load, and you see you have all the videos that you can play back. Okay, like